welcome. I'm Trisha, and today we're talking to someone whose work often speaks louder than words. She's the creative mind behind the sets, the color, the mood, basically, the look of what we see on the screen. Joining me is Vibhuti Yadav, a talented assistant art director who's worked on films, ad shoots, and indie projects. From designing sets to planning costumes, she knows how to bring a story to life visually. And she does it all with great attention to detail. With a background in mass communication and a master's in audiovisual journalism, Vibhuti combines strong academic knowledge with hands on experience. You may have seen her work in ad campaigns on the set of the featured film Deva. To hear about her journey, what inspires her, the challenge she faced, and how she turns idea into visuals that stays with us. Let's get started and step into her creative world, behind the scenes and beyond the frames. So, hello Vibhuti, so glad to have you here.
I am glad as well. Thank you so much.
So, let's start the interview.
Yeah, let's go.
So, my first question is what first pulled you into the world of visual storytelling and art direction? Was it a childhood fascination or did it come to you later?
Yep, that is interesting. So I'll start from the start. And as a child, I was very creative. Like I used to like DIYing things and like a lot of projects and my you know summer projects. I used to deck up all of those and then give. And later on in my masters, actually, it was my okay. When I joined my masters, I did not know what to do. And I thought, okay, everybody over there just wants to be an assistant director or a producer. I might as well just go for the same. But then my first internship that I did in my master's, so my mentor over there, she recognized my strength and she was the one who pushed me towards it. And she asked me that I should actually continue or think about going into that direction. And it was a small production house, you can say a budding production house that I worked in, and sort of indie projects I did. So basically, you have to do everything from scratch in indie setups. So there I got to learn a lot of things. And it was an amazing internships. I did music video ads and all of that. And I did a lot of crafty and artsy work over there. So from there, I decided that this is the direction that I'm interested in, and I would like to go into that direction. So yeah, that's how it started.
So, I've seen your work. So, you have also like done a lot of theater in your college days, I guess.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes,
could you
that's true.
please tell me about that thing?
Okay, so that also has a backstory. Back when I was in my, I think, ninth or 10th standard, it was Hindi subject. Yeah, there was some story, I don't remember it exactly. And I played the role of a gardener in that, a male character. And it was a very small part, and my teacher, he pushed me towards it, and he's like, you do it. I was really nervous and I was out of practice. But when I got on the stage, somehow I did a really good job. And from there, I thought maybe I can go into this direction. Maybe I can do acting. So when I was in my bachelor's, I did a lot of theater. Like I joined the drama group. I performed a lot of plays, and even in our projects, like shooting videos and a lot of small videos that we used to shoot. Over there, I also got some chance to do acting, and I joined a theater group also, of like apart from the one that I was in the college. So there also I did, I think, 2 to 3 plays. And when I came into masters, I was a part of theater group then, and we used to do a lot of short videos, short films, documentaries, and all of those. So I took part in those also. So yeah.
So,
And
आपको
after that,
Hmm.
After that, when I was out of my master's, I got a chance to work in an indie project. And there I was doing AD, art, makeup, costume, artist, everything. And apart from that, I was doing acting as well. So I did a small role in that. That project is on YouTube as of now. It's launched on YouTube. So yeah.
So, moving forward to my next question is, you have often described yourself as a storyteller. How does that side of you shape your day to day work as an assistant art director?
Okay. So that's a really nice question because often it is seen in our industry that storytelling can only be done through directors or assistant directors or cinematographers. But if you look closely, if you look at sets, the amount of work and the thought process that goes in making those, um, like I'll take a very basic example of colors. So when I talk about art and production designing, color is the most basic thing that comes to mind, and that plays a big role in our industry. So when I say color blue resonates with sorrow, with uh, very dull, dim sort of setting. But when I talk about color yellow symbolizes a bright, happy, joyous mood. So these are the small, choices that we have to make on a daily basis to sort of enhance the look and feel of our sets, of our characters that are going to be there. Be it a ad or a movie or a web series, anything, everything has a mood board that you say, a set pattern. The color patterns, the color are designed by the production designers. So that is how we sort of, come to a conclusion ki, okay, we'll go with this color palette. We go with color palettes. So like that.
So, looking back, was there a specific movement or project where you just know, yes, this is it, this is what I mean to do?
Okay. This is a tricky project. A tricky question. Because there have been instances when I did question my choice because the line of work that I'm in, it's very demanding. It's very demanding and it's very, very, very hectic. You sort of need to be, ready for that sort of setup because you have to stand on your toes for 18 hours straight. You have to skip your meals, you have to skip water, you have to control your pee, literally. And yeah, so there are a lot of days when I question that. But lately recently I did a web series which is going to be there on Netflix soon. It's called Taskari. So this was a project where we got it in midway. Like there was another team handling the project. They left and then we were called on board. So halfway we caught the train and somehow all the responsibilities were dumped on me and I am being scolded for everything, like from scratch. If anything goes wrong, I am being scolded. I am the person who's responsible for a lot of things, managing things. I went to Bahrain also to shoot the same, and it was a small crew. Like when we go international, it's always a very small tight crew, so I did everything over there, from lifting heavy bags to running around to literally running on a full-fledged airport. I did everything. So yeah, those are the small moments where I enjoy, the set life, the adrenaline that's there. So that is something I love about that.
तो हम लोग अभी बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक में बात करने वाले हैं जो बहुत ही सुपर हिट मूवी रही है, देवा। आपकी सबसे ज़्यादा सुपर हिट मूवी, मतलब मैंने मूवी जब देखी, मतलब आपने इसमें करा है, तो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा शॉक थी कि वाओ, इतनी अच्छी मूवी थी। सो व्हाट वाज योर रोल लाइक ऑन दैट फिल्म, एंड व्हाट वुड यू से व्हाट वाज द बिगेस्ट चैलेंज यू हैड ऑन द सेट?
Biggest challenge on the set. Okay, so my role in Deva was the same, assistant art director. And challenge, I am not remembering exact moment that was a challenge. Oh yeah, okay, I remember. So we were shooting the scene where, if you've seen the movie, there's a police station in Deva. And while we were shooting that, there was a lot of rain because we were shooting in the rainy season in Bombay. And if you know Bombay and rainy season, it's not a good combination. So shooting that was a really, really big problem because pura kichad it was. And wahan pe you have to run from this corridor to the other corridor to get stuff, to get props on time, because getting props on time is like one pain in the ass. It's not possible. The traffic, the chaos, the keychard, rain, everything adding to it. And if anything doesn't go on time, it's on your head, no matter what the circumstances are. So that, and another thing, if you have seen the movie, there's a scene of police ground. We shot that scene thrice. Like we created the set thrice. And the first time it was in proper summer where all of us got sunburnt. The second time it was a windy thing. Yeah, I think it was 2 days later, so it was a bit windy. Then the third time it was a few months later. So at that time the rain had started and it was totally like a muddy place. The ground has completely changed. Somehow we had to shoot at the same place, and we were literally putting bricks and walking around because there was so much water. We were not even able to walk on the ground, and we had to show ki, oh, it's the same ground that we shot when it was the summer. So that was a really challenging and an interesting thing to do because it's a natural thing. And to change that natural setup, it's very difficult. So yeah, that was something very interesting.
So, moving forward, you have studied audio visual journalism at the master's level, which is really interesting. How has that background helped shape your visual approach or the way you tell stories through design?
So I would say that since I did not do any specialized course in art, and I did something, you can say it's kind of a storytelling sort of course. I got to learn about cinematography. I got to learn about producing and a bit of marketing, like the kind of marketing that we do in our field related to that. So that would help me a lot because when I talk about the role of a production designer, that is something that I'm working on right now. So the role of a production designer is not just to create and give a set. A lot of thought process goes behind it. Like to make a set, you need to know the character, what kind of a character the director has built, what his vision is, and what kind of a background that character is coming from. In order to understand all of that and to basically deliver what the director is asking, you sort of need to have an idea of storytelling and all of that. So I feel this course has helped me in that way, to think of stories, of people, of lives, create stories in my mind, and then think of the look and feel. So I think that's why it would help me a bit more.
So what kind of projects are you excited about taking on next? More films, more OTT content, or maybe something totally unexpected?
Okay. So I have done, as of now, I've done two web series and two feature films. Apart from that, I've done quite a lot of ad films. But creative, like a creativity wise, I would say I am still inclined towards the long format, which is the web series and the feature films. But if I talk about the monetary part of it, I would say ad films because if you know the industry, ad films pay way more and you get a lot of, breather time, relaxation time in it. But if you take up a long project, like long format, it takes up months. And if I talk about Deva that was produced, it took a year. Literally, it took a year to produce a single film. So a lot has happened in Deva. So yeah, if you don't want to be stuck in a long format for a really long time and just have quick money, so I think ad films is way better and well paying in that matter. But yeah, then creativity and all of that sort of goes away. But if you have a passion for storytelling and you kind of like that long format vibe, then I think you should go for web series and feature films.
So it's the last question of the interview. You have been a part of both indie and big budget projects. How do these two worlds compare, especially when it comes to creativity and how things run behind the scenes?
So, let's first talk about the big commercial projects. Okay, so for example, Deva. So in Deva, the production house was Roy Kapoor Films. So if you talk about these big conglomerate sort of setup, like you can say corporate sort of setup they have, everything is well planned, well arranged, be it food, be it transport, be it location permissions and all of that. Everything is sorted out. Like if I am doing if I'm in the art department or I'm handling the art, I don't have to worry about my food, or I don't have to worry about how I'm going to travel to that so and so location. Everything has been taken care of. Even though when we were shooting in the rain, we were provided with raincoats, boots, and all of that. So yeah, they take care of a lot of things because they have a separate entire department working to make it happen. And cut to when we compare indie projects, it was a very, very small crew. Like we were a group of four college friends, you can say, and a director. That's it. That's the entire crew. So that's why when I say that I did all of those roles, that means art, AD, makeup, hair, costume, acting. It's because you have to do it because the crew is so small. You can't really have an like a group of four people doing a single job. It's not possible. You have to multitask. And whenever I was free over there, like whenever I did not have a role or as such a big makeup sort of situation, I used to do sound as well. I did script readings as well. So that's how you sort of manage. And obviously there's a budget crunch, so you won't get like five dishes for breakfast. That's not going to happen. You go to a dhaba sort of thing and you sit down, you have food with the entire team. It's honestly, indie projects are way cozier, I would say. But when you compare these commercial big setups, they have sort of divisions. Okay, so they have departmental divisions when it comes to food also. There is a different tent, or you can say a different place where HODs eat. They have a different place where the labor sort of a junior division eats, and there's a different place where the A crew. So I come in the A crew where they eat. So there are literally three different places where people eat, and obviously the quality of food and everything changes, differs basically. So yeah, that's the difference. You can say it's very mechanical sort of setup in the big companies, whereas it's very cozy and family sort of setup in indie projects.
So you have enjoyed indie projects more.
Yeah, because you get to have a say. You can actually use your creativity. You can give your inputs in different things. If I'm doing art, I'm not just limited to art. I can give my inputs in the direction team also. I can suggest lighting also. I can do the sound correction also. So yeah, you get that liberty to work in different fields at the same time.
Like you will be like more इससे आपको ज़्यादा आपको नॉलेज मिलती है प्लस आप सब में एक्सपर्ट हो जाते हो कि आपका आगे जाके आपके लिए बहुत बेटर रहेगा. So
Exactly.
So thank you so much, Vibhuti, for joining us and giving us a glimpse into your creative world. We loved hearing about your journey and work behind the scenes.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time and thank you for doing this. It was lovely meeting you, and I wish you all the best.
Wishing you all the best for your future projects, and to our listener, stay inspired and we will see you next time.